Okay, so let's go over the second page of the do now. So number 9 says, what is 60% of 90? So how am I going to start this? First, I'm going to think of my equations. Part equals to percent times whole. It's okay if you wrote whole times percent. Both of them will get you the same result. Some of you are also using the proportion. I know some of you have number in question all over the total is equal to the percent over 100. Either of these are fine as a method. I'm going to use this one for now because I think it's a little easier for this problem, but either of them can get you a 100% correct answer. So it says, what is 60% of 90? Of 90 pops out to me because I know when we're doing with that of, sometimes it's a key word to help us know what the whole is. Definitely in this part, the whole is 90, so I'm going to replace that whole with 90. It says, what is 60% of 90? Well, that lets me know I'm dealing with percent is 60, but I must be careful. I can't just write 60% here. I have to write it as a decimal. So 60% as a decimal is 0.60 or 60 hundredths. That means that the part is what I'm left and I'm looking for. So from here, I go to my calculator and then I plug in 60 hundredths, multiply by 90, and I get 54. So I know that my part is equal to 54. If you plugged in here and you cross multiplied, you should have got the same result, 54. Number 10. What percentage of 40 is 48? What percentage of 40 is 48? As soon as I say what percentage, that automatically lets me know I'm looking for a percentage. So I know that this one I'm going to be looking for. So I know one of these is the part, one of these is the whole. So I got part equals to percent times whole. Keep in mind, I'm rewriting this every time, not because I don't know it, but this is what helps it to stay in my mind, the practice of rewriting that equation. So part equals to percent times whole. Now, again, I look for that keyword of 40. We're looking for a percentage of 40. When we have that percentage of 40, this automatically lets us know that the 40 is going to be our whole. And I know it might seem confusing. You might think, well, 48 is bigger. Shouldn't 48 be the whole and 40 be the part? But no. When you're dealing with percentage, there's a lot of different times where you can have 110% of something or 120% of something. In those cases, what you're dealing with, the part will actually be bigger than the whole, but that automatically lets us know the percent is going to be over 100. So our part is going to be 48, and the whole we're solving for is x. Now here, I'm trying to solve for x in this equation. X is actually multiplied by 40. So if I want to solve for x now, I divide both sides by 40. As I divide both sides by 40 here, plug that into the calculator, you get 48 divided by 40, and you get over here, 1.2 is equal to x. Now I'm almost done. This 1.2 I know is the decimal version of the percent, so I must convert it over. So I take that 1.2, I move my decimal 2 places over, which is the same as multiplying by 100, and that's equal to 120%. So indeed, 48 is 120% of 40. For number 11, I'm going to leave it up for you scholars to do on your own, and maybe later on we'll look at one of the scholars that come to the board and get it done.